Hundreds of firefighters have spent their fourth night battling a large bushfire that's destroyed dozens of homes east of Perth. The blaze has burned through more than 10,500 hectares of land, and a large area of the Perth Hills is still under an emergency warning.
The number of homes destroyed in the bushfire northeast of Perth has been revised up by 5 to 86.
More than 10,000 hectares of land has been destroyed since the bushfires took hold. The flames claiming everything in their path.
We're here today at Bells Rapids in Gidgegannup. We'll be investigating the recent fires which passed through here approximately 3 months ago and identify areas of high and low bushfire risk. We'll also go over the differences between the two and discuss some management practices used in the local area.
Areas with a high risk of bushfire would typically have lots of dry twigs, leaf litter buildup, wood debris and low-lying vegetation. These are also known as surface fuel. A greater volume of surface fuel would contribute to greater flame intensities. If these surface fuels are found in large continuous patches without any breaks, this generally accelerates the spread of the fire, especially when the winds move this generally lightweight fuel across the landscape. Lastly, steep terrain are likely to experience more rapidly spreading fires. This is due to the effects of preheating, where fires from down the bottom emit radiant heat and contribute to greater connective heat, causing the fuel up to the slope to ignite more quickly. This is also the effect of the rise of hot air causing draft, which increases the rate of spread as well as the intensity of the fire.
Low-risk bushfire area is one in which the bushfire factors are minimised or non-existent. This is often characterised by terrain that has minimal and patchy vegetation, is wide open and situated on a relatively flat area. The three factors contributing to bushfires are weather, vegetation and terrain. Since weather is typically a factor of geological location, the weather here is often conducive to bushfire generation, typically in the summer periods. However, the other two factors have evidently been removed in this area. The vegetation, acting as a fuel load here, is smaller and more sparse. This means the fire will propagate slower and will struggle to spread, making bushfire management significantly easier. There is also less dry debris and leaf litter, meaning it is tougher for the fire to transverse the distances between the areas of significant vegetation. There is also minimal ladder fuels between the surface and the ground layers, which means the surface fires can't spread to the canopies as easily.
A controlled or prescribed burn is used all around the world for various reasons, one of which is for fire prevention. By regularly burning leaf litter and fallen branches on the bush floor, the likelihood and severity of a fire is greatly reduced. This process is not only helpful for bushfire management, but many species in the Australian bush, such as the common eucalyptus tree, relies on the fire-prone environment for regrowth and may improve wildlife habitat.
Next up, let's talk about mechanical fuel load reduction, a means of using machinery to mechanically thin or remove fuel with the aim of reducing the size, likelihood and severity of bushfires. This method is particularly useful in areas where prescribed burnings are undesirable for a range of reasons. Mechanical fuel load reduction also serves as a good alternative to prescribed burning when weather conditions are unsuitable, to ensure that prescribed burns would be done in a controlled manner. This method would be particularly useful as Australia continues to urbanise and weather conditions become more erratic due to climate change.